Thomas. Thomas, you're homeless. How'd you get here?
Hi, I'm Thomas. I'm a drug abusing alcoholic. I was born and raised here in Long Beach at Memorial Hospital, 1969. I grew up in downtown Long Beach when we used to have the Pike and all these movie theaters and stuff. I went to Roosevelt Elementary School here. I went to Poly High School here. I went to Franklin Junior High, and I was a good student. But my family, my friends, my uncles kept saying the same thing: is why bother with school, Tom? You're just gonna be a drug abusing alcoholic in and out of jail all your life, like us, covered with tattoos and all this stuff. So I started slacking off when I started junior high. I gave up. They kept telling me, here, do these drugs with us and forget school. So I eventually did, and I really was a good student. I got my driver's license, my driver's permit in high school, and I just started. I didn't want to be like them, man. It was just awful. I kept seeing. I didn't understand why they were dying off. It horrible, painful-looking death too, man. It come to find out, it was the alcohol. It was just tearing them apart, tore my whole family apart. So I kept getting in and out of trouble as a juvenile, and the judge got tired of me and sentenced me to 2 years from 16 years old to 18 years old in South Central Juvenile Hall.
Wow.
I got to be seasoned in Nickerson Gardens in Watts. They seen something in me. The neighborhood seen something in me that my own mom. I never had a dad in my life. Never got to see her, hear her, nothing. But the neighbors said, you know, Tom, we ain't gonna let this happen, brother. You're gonna stay with us. I'll call your mom and tell her you're with us. So they'd teach me sports. They'd feed me. They did all this great stuff with me. Soul food, man, some of the best foods in my life, brother. And the black communities, they got together and hooked me up. While my own family kept telling me, you know, you got to be prejudiced all your life. You got to be. This is how it is.
Right.
And thank God I never followed them. I got my jobs in construction, hard labor, back-breaking shit. I stayed with it. I just stayed with it. And eventually my boss got really proud of me and hooked me up with a job with the city. So I was making small bank, you know, I was hooked up, I had my own thing. And then, well, it all fell apart. I almost, my liver gave out from drinking. And I woke up in a hospital bed in the same hospital that I was born in. And the doctors said there was a chance that I could have been dead, or I could have been paralyzed, just like all the other people that I've seen in my life. And I was almost that person. And the medical doctor actually gave me a good scolding. You better stop all that drinking. And he told me, all the marijuana, all the cigarettes you do, nothing, didn't even show up on the test. Sorry about that. And he goes, what the drinking did to you? And it nearly took me out. I had to stop drinking. He told me, or there's just no coming back. And after seeing my uncle, my families, all that, after what they went through, I didn't want to go through that same shit. So I became homeless, no problem, but it's just this, is where was I drawn to? I was drawn back here. I didn't have the money, I didn't save a penny. I did not save a penny. I partied it. I partied it like crazy, buying stuff off the computer. Got me a couple of assault rifles just because. Had the banana clips, had the everything, pistol grip. Oh, they were beautiful. Spent a couple $1,000s on them. Should have bought a car instead of fucking rifles. And when I tried to sell all that stuff at the pawn shop, didn't get nothing for it. But I was drawn here, and I started panhandling. Hi, good morning. I have nothing for you. Damn. Hi, good morning. I ain't got no money. Well, damn, here I can loan you a couple dollars, you know? And after 2 years of that, it got to me, and I you know what, I said, you know what, God, I want to kill myself by drinking again. I don't believe in suicide. I don't believe in suicide, but I'm gonna start drinking again because I can't take this no more. So I started drinking again, falling apart, looking like crap, and over here at the Arco gas station on Anaheim and Martin Luther King Avenue, it was the black community that got together, came over, fed me, clothed me. A dude even whipped out his wallet and gave me a couple bucks, $20. Said, you know, I'm not gonna tell you what not to buy, but go buy you some cigarettes or something. And so I didn't want to disappoint. I wanted to show some respect, some love, and so I grubbed, cleaned up, dressed up, looking sharp, and I told myself, you know, this is God talking to me. I can't go back that way. I'm going to take a walk. Maybe I can go to Seal Beach. I don't know. I came back here. This is the town that loves me. This is the neighborhood that loves me. They showed me that much love that I was able to come back from that gutter that I was in. I put myself in there, and I wanted to show some respect back, you know, by saying that I appreciate that help.
Do you have any family that lives in Long Beach?
I do not.
Oh.
I do not. My mom passed away a while back. My brother passed away. Like I said, everybody had their alcohol, drug problems. All my friends, you know, were just dying off. And these are the guys, my buddies, the ones I grew up with. 5 of them just died off like it wasn't nothing. And I was number 6, and I couldn't believe it. That where's John? Oh, you didn't hear he died. Well, where's Joe? You didn't hear he died too. I was like, damn, man. Then I thought, I woke up in a hospital from liver failure. My liver gave out. The doctor said it blew. And he goes, if there's a chance that I can recover from this. He said, I'm a strong, healthy young man. He goes, you got another 20 good years left at least. Just don't start drinking again. And seeing that, I didn't know my friends all died off until after I almost passed away, because I had to take time off of work, and I couldn't fucking believe that. And so I stopped drinking. After the community got together, started, you know, they helped me out. I would tell them, you know, hey, thank you, man. I owe you everything. And the dude said, nah, man, we just gave you motivation. And that was true. So I went for a walk, and I found this chick, and me and her hooked up, and we've been together 3, almost 4 years now. I asked her to marry me back about 2 years ago, and she said she would. I love her, she loves me. We don't go around with others. We don't fuck around like that. I never believed in that.
You still with her?
Right now, she's pushing shopping carts for the Dung Mai supermarket. I used to go there, that's what I used to do. I used to panhandle, you know, just sit there. I wouldn't bother nobody. If you needed help with your groceries, I'll give you a hand. You don't have to tip me. I ain't like that. I can't just see people especially older women, struggling with these shopping carts full of stuff. So I would help out. They didn't give me a job, so to say, but they did start hooking me up underneath the table. You know, they'd slide me 10 bucks. These are the people inside the market. They'd hook me up, and the customers would give me their tips. So when I met Homegirl, she told me, dude, I don't panhandle. I can't panhandle. I can't do that. I got to keep busy. So I let her do what I used to do, and I stepped aside. I let her take care of it. They love her more than they loved me, because I would just sit there. She's always, you know, picking things up, making it look good. She'll go inside, organize the shelves.
I actually think I saw her. Is she next door over here?
The blonde chick,
yeah,
the little blonde girl?
in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's her.
What type of services do they have in Long Beach for homeless?
We have the multi-service center. It's a shower. They have physical. They have doctors for your physical. They have doctors for mental. They do have a lot of mental help. Long Beach Mental Health. We also have the Department of Mental Health of Los Angeles. They come down here, and that's who I'm with right now. This group showed up one day, and it was a trip. Patricia Williams, Bobby, and Bernard, 2 brothers and a sister, and they're a triage unit that just drives around, and they know what they see everything, but they said they kind of try to handpick someone that could use that help, somebody that could that's ready for that help and will use it, and they chose us. And you know, we're still trying to get housing. I'm still trying to keep myself busy, like staying employed or anything. Just keep busy. Keep the cops off my back.
You have your system. Is this your stuff and this is your girl's stuff right here?
Exactly. You can tell it's my stuff because tennis shoes and stuff all around, and hers is, I try to keep her happy. That's all it is. That's what I was such an alcoholic that I didn't like. I hid myself away for 30 years. I hid myself away. I'd get my paycheck, I'd go home, drink, and stay at home. I wouldn't go out partying, I wouldn't go to the bars, and I'm not better than anybody. I didn't like what I was seeing, and I had to stay out of trouble. Because I got a job with the city, and I don't want to screw that up.
Yeah, you were saying you've been there 8 years?
8 years, 2006, it was given to me. The job was given to me. I didn't apply for it. I was at a construction site. I was a foreman and my supervisor. My supervisor would, check on me, right on, Tom, good job, man. And we finished the job and we were gonna go to Riverside. And that's way for me, that's way off. And he told me that I ain't going because I'm gonna get a job with the city. All I gotta do is pass the drug test. And I did. I quit smoking pot, but I didn't have to stop drinking. Just don't drink at work and don't get caught drunk. So since I quit smoking weed, my alcohol intake doubled. And it went from beer to hard liquor. And I wasn't just sipping, I was guzzling. And while I was at work one day, and they loved me at work. I grew up here in the city. When I was given that job, it was like a dream come true. I've always wanted to work with the city. I know every inch of the city, and yet there's some parts here that you're not allowed in at all. But now that I work with the city, and I'm a mobile mechanic, doing tires and shit, I got to drive our service truck to certain areas that I'd never been in before, and this is great for me. It's a dream come true. And I'd never got in trouble. I didn't get caught drinking at work. I went home. I waited till I was off the clock. Went home and drank. Did all my drinking there, and just like I said, my alcohol intake just doubled, man. And finally, it just took me out. I woke up in the hospital. They said I seizured out, that my liver blew. And the doctor asked me, didn't you have any 4 of these symptoms? Yeah, I had all 4. I swear, you could tell this dude wanted to knock me out right there. And then he told me, he gave me a scolding. You better knock off all that drinking. I know what you do. Like I said, I didn't have a dad. My family was just a bunch of drug abusing alcoholics themselves. So I've never had any lectures. I've never had any scoldings until this doctor did that to me. I'll swear to God, it scared me straight. He goes, you gotta stop all that drinking. I said, okay. And he goes, well, I need to hold you for 3 more days for observation. I go, all right. And he was shocked that I'm ready to quit. And he told me, watch your sugar intake, because when you quit, you're gonna just want to start doing this and that. But I quit for 2 years. And like I said, it wasn't until after I just couldn't take it anymore. People just, hi, good morning, and people just being so rude, man. And I didn't want, it wasn't the handouts I was looking for. Right. It was companionship. Somebody to come by and say, hey, what's up, brother? All right, now, but nobody would. And finally, I just gave up. And it was this dude came up to me. He was my age, a little bit stockier, black.
How old are you?
I'm 52 right now.
Okay, 52 young.
Yep. Now, when this dude came up to me, he was, this dude's fucking yoked up, man. And when he was coming up to me, I thought, oh God, I'm gonna die. He's gonna kick me in the head and tell me to get out of his neighborhood. The dude whips out the plate of food. Mama cooked some food. Was wondering if he was hungry. Man, it's the best cell phone I ever had. My uncle wanted to donate some clothes to you because you and him the same size, tall and slim. I've always been tall and skinny. And when he said that, it's just like, I'm just smiling from ear to ear. And then he whips out his wallet and gives me $20. And I just appreciated that so much that I had to do something to show my gratitude, to show them that I appreciate the help. And so I did. I cleaned up. I cleaned myself up. I stopped drinking for the second time. Because when I was out here, I'm a friendly guy. I'm easy to get along with. People were giving me things. No, not money, not clothes, not a place to live. They were giving me drugs and alcohol. And so I didn't want to fuck with people. I didn't want to try to make myself seem any better than anybody else. So I just kept a low profile. And a lot of the guys, they dug it. They liked me. They said, for a white boy, you're a pretty cool dude, man. And I said, thank you, man. And
Have you been using?
No.
Okay.
No.
Do you still drink?
Nope. My wife, she doesn't drink and she doesn't do drugs, which is great because now I can't drink because I don't want to fuck that up. Like I said, I've been alone for 30 years, man. After work, I'd have the beers. Come on, bro, let's go drink. Oh no, Tom, I got to go home to my wife and kids. Oh, okay. Come on, dude, let's drink. No, Tom, I got to go home to my wife. Damn, all you dudes are gonna go home to a wife? What the? And finally, it dawned on me that I got this chick. She doesn't drink. She's got a crush on me. All I got to do is not fuck it up. And she told me, Tom, you can have your couple beers, and I won't mind. And I told her no, because I don't believe in being drunk, smelling like alcohol on somebody that's sober, especially a chick that I'm trying to hook up with. And my problem with drinking is not that I drank a lot, but I drank so fast. I could down them fast, man, and it was fucking awful.
What do you want people to know about homelessness that they probably don't know?
A lot of us out here, we're just trying to get along with our lives. A lot of the older folks like me, a couple of brothers down the street, we try to stay out of people's hair. We got our own lives to live. We don't want to mess anything up. But still, you get the young crowd. They come through, and they're partying and this and that. And they want to kick the tent or see what's inside the tent. And that's one thing I had to learn. Somebody trips over my tent. They're not trying to break in, but yet I jump up and I'm ready to squad, man. I'm fucking ready to go down with the shit. And one dude, it was his older brother, told me, Tom, man, we're not spying on you, but we just want to see what kind of dude you are. If somebody falls, you gonna help them up, or are you gonna kick them while they're down? And I kind of understood what he meant. Don't be a dick like that. Don't jump the gun. I'm always ready to.
On defense.
That's my own judgment, and it's terrible. And like at the Arco gas station, this elderly dude went to go lean on something, and he fell through and he hit the ground. And he's a big dude. And he's older, so when he did that, I jumped up, ran over, tried to help him up, this and that. And I guess that got through, and people would just come up to me, hey man, that was my uncle. I appreciate it. Here you go, thank you. And I was like, damn, man, I'm not out here because I want to be. I'm out here because I didn't save anything. I was partying away. So it's my own bad, and I'm cool with that.
What does your future look like?
Awful. Except, I'll tell you this: I've never been happier till now that I hooked up with my wife. I've never been happier. I've had my good jobs, I had my good pay, I've had almost everything I wanted, but I was never happy. I became homeless, and I started first I didn't care, then I started sniveling to myself. Inside I started hating myself. It's my fault. And then I hooked up with Debbie, and I was happy again. And I realized that I've never been this happy in my life. And that's the companionship that I was looking for. Just someone to say, you know, what's up, good morning, you know. When I first became homeless, I would walk up and down Anaheim just mindlessly. I didn't know where I was going, just aimlessly. I was just wandering. It was his older brother calls me over and says, hey, I noticed you've been walking up and down the street. You gotta be tired, man. Kick back, go to sleep, have a good sleep. And when I woke up, he was still there, his homegirl was still there, and I had a good sleep. I couldn't fucking believe it. And it was out here where I was given more love than when I was with my family. I had I'm 50 years old, I'm 52 now. This dude, he's only 20 years old. He's a young black kid. He's smart, well-dressed, well-spoken. And he told me, man, he said, don't accept help until you're ready for it. Don't accept it just because it's there. Because then if you're not ready for it, you just take it, you're not gonna use it wisely. And that dude was right. He was fucking right. And he's only 20 years old, man. I'm 50, how come I'm not that smart? And some of the people I meet out here, they're youngsters. And there are very few of them, but they're fucking smart. Streetwise and just full of love, I could see the difference in a lot of people. Growing up with my family, if you're black, you're the N-word. Coming out here, everybody uses that word like it's fucking crazy, and I still won't use it. I don't like the word. I do not appreciate that. I grew up in a black neighborhood. I was taken to watch to Nickerson Gardens. I was not using that word. They didn't use that word. I won't use the word. But I come out here and it's like being thrown around like crazy. And it's just sickening. And when this dude came up, he was walking by a different time and he had his girl with him. This is a cute chick. And they're a good looking couple. And he told her, hey, I'll hook up with you later. I'm gonna go talk to my friend. He was talking about me. He came over, sat, we didn't talk or nothing. In fact, I even laid down, took a nap. 2 hours later when I woke up, he was still there, just chilling. And that's when I realized, I go, they're giving me more love here now than I've ever gotten from my own family. And
the streets became your family.
Dude told me, Tom, man, you gotta go to the nice neighborhood and make bank, man. You ain't doing nothing out here. You ain't getting nothing out here. Go. I know what he meant. And I told him, I said, all right, but let me get some bus fare so I can make it up there. He goes, hey, here's $5, that's the bus fare right there. So I went to Sill Beach. Nice neighborhood. I used to surf there when I was a youngster. So I went up there and got ridiculed instantly. Some white dude comes up and goes, why can't you be more like me, well-educated and all this shit? And instead of arguing with them, instead of saying anything, I just, you know what, fuck you. I got up and I came back here. I came back here where I felt more welcome and more loved here. And it's just, it is, I've never seen that before in my life. I've never seen that much love before in my life.
Thomas, I could talk to you all day. But what I'm going to do is, after this interview, I'm going to get your sizes for your pants. I know you're tall, your waist size, your length is important, and we'll connect with you again.
All right.
So again, this is Thomas, Long Beach. Like I tell him, one day at a time.
I do got to say one thing is when I met my wife, and I've stayed with her, been together now 4 years, the neighbors will tell me, they say, man, Tom, we seen you and your woman the other day, you be looking good together, man, thank you. I'm supposed to be the one saying thank you. They're telling me thank you. See what I mean? That's just love, man. That's love. And I appreciate it so much. Thank you.